Joe, what'd you think of CC's sim game?
Really good. He threw about 50 pitches, so, unless something pops up tomorrow or the next day, I mean, he's on target to go on Friday.
Have you decided what you're going to do Wednesday yet?
No, we have not. Mm-mm.
With Ellsbury back in the lineup, are you going to watch him more closely, or are you pretty confident that there won't be any issues?
No, I think you have to watch for a few days to see how he is and how he runs and how it reacts to playing every day and doing everything that he does. But I feel pretty good about, that he's healed.
And with Headley, no Headley today?
Just a day off.
Sweeney.
Joe, I know you get a player back tomorrow because you don't have a DH, but do you have to add another position player?
We'll just wait and see where we are, You kind of try to determine what your pitching needs are tomorrow and the next day, depending on what you do, and then you go from there.
Could you have, if Ellsbury had kind of lingered in there, would that have forced your hand a little bit too?
Yeah, that would have forced my hand more. Yeah.
Who else? Kenny. We can count on you.
Anything new in Alex?
He's continuing to improve. We hope that he's on target. I'm not sure what his day is to come off. Thursday?
Thursday.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, our hope is he comes off Thursday.
Right, but Anthony, and then if you can pass it behind you when you're done.
Joe, with CC, because of the injury, is coming off the mound and fielding the ball, is that a concern? Or, I mean, is that why he did those drills after?
Yeah, you want to make sure that he gets through that and he's comfortable doing that, and there were no issues there.
You've got the play ball weekend today, all the kids around the stadium. What do you think this means to them to get the opportunity to do this stuff? And what do you think this would have meant to you if it was there when you were a kid?
Well, I think any little boy or girl would want to walk on a big league field, Yankee Stadium. I know I used to go to Wrigley Field as a kid, and I never got to walk on the stadium, but I got awful close to being on the field going against the brick wall, and it was always exciting for me. So I'm sure it's a big day.
Go ahead, Anthony. Keep it alive.
Joe, Didi's had some success against lefties this year. What do you attribute that to, and how impressed have you been by what he's done?
I think him just maturing as a player, understanding what he needs to do, probably getting more regular bats against left-handers really helped him last year. I think he's just becoming a better player through playing. I mean, I think that's what happens to guys, and he understands what his strengths are and attacks pitches that he knows that he can hit, and he's improved a lot.
Sweeney.
If you don't need him before Wednesday, would Green be your first option?
We have a number of options, in a sense. Really, Sweeney, it's going to come down to who's available, who we don't use and who's available in a sense. So, I mean, there's a few options that we could use, but I'm not worried about Wednesday. I worry about Wednesday on Wednesday. Let's get through today and get through the next couple days, and we'll worry about it.
Dan.
So when Tanaka has an uncharacteristic outing like he did the last time with the home runs, do you think about last year he pitched through some elbow stuff that he didn't tell you about until after the season was over? Is that a concern at all? Do you address that with him?
No,
make sure he's okay?
No, it's not a concern of mine. I just think his the last start wasn't as good as all the other ones he had, and we had talked about his stuff, and I'm not going to do that today because it didn't work out so well the last time I did it.
Meredith.
Joe, you talk about the strides that Didi has made against left-handers. Do you worry at all about his numbers against right-handers?
What do you mean? That
he's not hitting them, but he's
I mean, I think that will change too over time. I mean, it's just kind of the way the game goes, and really, our guys have almost had more at-bats against left-handers than right-handers.
Anyone
I saw
else?
a stat yesterday, I think it was Oakland, they'd faced a right-handed starter 18 days in a row. I mean, that hasn't happened for us.